If you're thinking of buying a Triumph TR6 but would like to road test it, please control yourself.
Okay, so here we are. Next step of the process is I'm going to fix this damage here. So I'm going to drill out the spot welds. I've got my spot weld drill. And yeah, so I'll just go and drill these out and remove this headlight ring. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, and I'm also going to, so the headlight ring is brazed to this metal strip right there. So last time I cut it here and it was a real bitch to get at. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut it off here. Sorry, I'm not even on camera. I'm going to cut it off here and cut this off, and I'll re-weld that all on. And then that'll allow me access to this dent here, and then I can repair all that. So that is that. Okay, there's my first spot weld out. But I'm doing this mostly so I can remember how everything looks, so I can come back to this later if I have to recreate this metal. Alright. Okay, so drilled out the spot welds, just using my chisel and hammer to gradually separate the ring from the fender. Alright, so there is the fender, and here is the removed headlight ring. So I'll clean that up, I'll fix that dent, clean up that, and then I'll weld it back in or along this perimeter. And also there's a dent from where it got shoved this way, this part down like that, so I'll fix this. And yeah, so I will continue on. So there's the collision damage at the front. I'm just going to try and hammer dolly that out. Hopefully you can hear me over the washer on the spin cycle. The joys of working in your own brush. Okay, we're back on the front fender. Going to finish it up. I had cut out this headlight ring before, cleaned it all up. I'm going to weld this back together, patch it up, and I've got my loaner fender, so I made a template from the geometry of the holes, and we're going to fix this guy. We had previously patched that up. I had, and I just want to get that geometry right. Alright. Okay, so I got it pretty much how I want it. I got some weld-through primer on the inside. Here is the ring. Going to weld up a couple of these holes that somebody put in with wood screws, actually. And then I'll there's one right there. The headlight ring was held in with wood screws. So I'll weld those up and then weld it in. Alright. Okay, so I got some weld-through primer. Got it also on the back side of there. And I'll line that up and weld it in. Alright, I got the front headlight ring about welded in. And one thing I'm doing is, because of the collision damage, the front of the fender on this side should curve in, but it doesn't. So I fixed the collision damage, but I want to recreate this look. So I have to add about 4 millimeters. So I've got 2 pieces of patch metal. There's the headlight ring welded in position. So then I'm going to weld this on, and then I'll clean up that rust, that's surface rust. And then this is the edge of the flange to make it look like the edge of the flange. I'll neaten that up. So I've got my buddies. So I'm going to try and recreate this look right here, where they folded the metal over, and this is brazed. I may braze that just to make it look real, or I might not. Okay, so I haven't seen my face in a while. Get everything kind of lined up how I like it. I'm gonna. I've got this one piece tacked in. It's gonna emulate. Oh, sorry, bad camera action. It's gonna emulate this strip. And then I'm going to weld that in, and then I'm going to adjust this gap to match the angle on the hood. So I'll do that next. Okay, so I put the fender back on the car. I'm trying to follow the line of that gap right there. I know it's a little bit wider here, but part of that's due to the hood alignment. And I'm comparing it to here. And you can see how that has a nice kind of slow gradual curve down towards the front of the car. Very slight. And I'm going to try and replicate that. I'd measured it to 4 millimeter from this surface to that, and that's what that's at. I've got that. So that looks about right. I've got a little ding right there. Once I tack it in, I'll bang that little bump out right there. But I think I've got it where I like it. No, I'll clean all this up later. But I want to get that front right. So I'm going to tack that in. Alright, so I got the fender on there. Doing a final fit after welding and filing. So you can see it. I like the way it looks. Curve comes down. Except for right here, it comes and it does a little hitch. And it's got a bump. I think I'll file this out a little. This is where the weld. This piece was welded on here. So that's the tail end of it. I think I'll file that down a little. Hand file. But that's it. The headlight ring's going to go here. This will get Bondo. That's where all the previous collision damage was in the holes. That's about it. I'm tired today. Okay, so there it is. Filed that down a little. I can't even tell where the junction is. It's in here somewhere. So now it's got a more gradual curve right there. And then one thing I realized I forgot to do. I forgot to make this little drain. So I'll do that next. Down there. Let me see if I can find my little template I made for the other side. Okay, so I scrounged up the little template I had made. It's just a piece of wood with a cutout right there. Kind of line it up right there, clamp it in, and just use a body hammer to make a little drain right there. Alright, okay, so I think that'll work on this fender. Done until I find something I missed. But there's that rework gap. It's a tiny little thing there. I might just put a dab of filler there, but pretty happy with it. This will get a skim coat of filler. Looks worse than it is. And talking to which, I gotta file the inside of that down. So yeah. Kind of slowed down in the middle of the summer. Vacations and projects, but we're making some good progress, and next I'll go on to the back fender. Thanks for watching.
cars, and a great deal more.
Cars and a great deal more.